So, knife round live on Cobblestone. As you know already, it is a fairly CT-sided map, even though the balance got shifted around a little bit. So, we will see how NaVi will do on either side. And, wow, this is just... oh my god. My Facebook reset itself as well, so I will always get a Facebook notification. Hellraisers will win the knife round, and we are hopping into the pistol. So let's hop into the game. As this round is already live, I have to cut the advertisement short a little bit. Obviously, the players didn't give us a cooldown before they readied up, so I was caught a little bit off guard. NaVi now on the A bomb side, trying to work up their execution right now, and it seems like the CTs have prepared for that quite nicely. With one frag though, Mo opens up onto Edward, makes it a 4v4 though, thanks to Guardian's refrag onto Mo, and suddenly the CTs aren't that well in position anymore, as Seized takes out another one. Angel goes down, Seized is just holding off the CTs, wasting a lot of time, and Guardian comes to his help and disposes of Adren, leaves Doja alone on 7 HP against 4 terrorists with a planted bomb. It's going to be really hard for him, but he picks up one. The second one goes down as well. Doja starting off with a bang in this 1v4 situation, but now it's Guardian pinning him down in the hut on the A bomb side. Doja trying to find an angle, but it's not going to happen as he comes around the corner. Flamey will have his Glock ready for him. 1-0 in favor of NaVi, but what a great try by Doja, showing off his skill. Any second that he gets a chance to show his skill, Doja will be on point. And, well, he almost pulled it back. He could have gone either way if he had some more HP and if he wouldn't have been pinned down like he was. So, Hellraisers now on a save round. As you can see, C-set 75 for Kucha and Adren, P250 for Doja and Angel. And on the other side, we have NaVi with the AKs and the Galil. Only Edward has a Uzi. So NaVi know how much is at stake, how much this round is worth for their proceedings in the league. So they want to make sure to win this round and take it to a 3-0 lead early on in this game. Hellraisers checking out outskirts of the A bomb site with Kucha checking a long first and now going for a middle as well. So he has all the information, and now it's quite obvious that Flamey opens up on B with 2 nice frags. Seized will take out one, and Guardian mobs up Moo, so it's a 1v5. Kucha on the rotation, but there's not much that he can do about the outcome of this round, especially as now Zeus plans to bomb, and well, he might pick up a weapon. That's sadly Edward's weapon, and the Uzi is not really too good against an AK. Seas will leave no question who will win this round. Hellraisers down 2-0, but it's more or less expected if you take into consideration that well, I recognize you, Martinez, so oh, boo. Ah, yeah, Freddy is coming in as well. So welcome everybody that just tuned in. This is Hellraisers against NaVi in the ESL ESEA Pro League. So great honor for me to cast this matchup. And I will also cast the upcoming match either between Flipside and Envious or Hellraisers against Fnatic. Now, good trade for the CTs, but Flamey pulls it into his team's favor with another frag in A main. The CTs are rotated towards the A bomb side. At least Adren is still around, and he will pick off a frag. A second goes down straight away. Flamey is disposed of. Seized pulls it back to a 2v2, but Guardian is already very low, and the CTs are now working together, trying to hunt down the bomb carrier as Guardian tries to make his way towards the B bomb side. Seized is already trying to close out the CT's rotation from A and keep them at bay over there, so Guardian can at least plant the bomb, because if this round should go to Hellraisers, the least that NaVi need to do is putting down the C4 and getting that money in their banks. That's going to happen courtesy of Guardian. Now, Angel doesn't have a weapon yet, and he didn't find one, and I don't think that he will find any. And Seized just walks into Adren. Luckily for Seized, Adren wasn't watching him, and an easy frag there follows up onto Angel. NaVi pull it back and make it 3-0, but what a close round. Hellraisers really putting up a fight right now, even though they didn't have any armor and they only had pistols. It was a good job by Hellraisers, who are at the moment yeah, they just looking to get a few more points, because they obviously would like to win against NaVi in this kind of, you know, matchup of the CIS-based squads. Already traded players as well, with Flamey joining NaVi. He was previously playing for Hellraisers. Now Hellraisers with the weapons, AWP for Mo, who then joined the squad. As Flamey left, Mu was the next guy to join Hellraisers, and he is performing really well in the latest matches. Not a weak spot at all. Doing a good job. The Kazakh youngster, together with Adren, he's the Kazakh player in the squad. Guardian, though, will take Kucher out, and then Adren is able to capitalize on the chaotic situation on the A bomb site. Nobody was watching a main entrance, so Adren was sneaking through there, and he catches the bomb carrier off guard as well. Zeus did allow the CTs to get their hands on the C4. Now everybody is rotating back except for Doja, who just tries to keep the terrorists from pushing into the back. There is Angel picking up Edward. It's a 4v2 already in favor of the CTs. The terrorists are trying to get their hands back on the bomb as Guardian picks it up. Seized falls to the hands of Adren. Guardian just tucked into the corner. The CTs will probably go for the information and check where he's at in a second, or they just stick back and stay. Yeah, there is the peek by Adren, who's close by. He can check out if Guardian comes by, so everything is sealed off from Guardian. No chance for him to do anything anymore if Hellraisers don't mess up in those 4 seconds that were left on the clock. So Guardian will at least save his weapon and that little bit of equipment that he has, but Hellraisers pick up the round, and that's way more important for them compared to, you know, taking out Guardian in that safe situation. So Hellraisers with the first round on the board. In the 4th round, denying NaVi to get a really good string together, you know, 4 rounds, maybe even 5 rounds following, probably forced by Hellraisers if they had lost the previous round. Would have been a really good score for NaVi on the terrorist side. Like that, they need to fight 1 more round with weapons, and after that they need to save. So they need to watch out to not give this lead away to Hellraisers too easily. At least put up a fight to remove as many weapons as possible from the CTs and then force them on a save, maybe in the later stages of this first half. NaVi now on 4 AKs and 1 Tech 9. Flamey with the headshot onto Doja, and Guardian and company still looking for an opening frag. They obviously know where Doja was, and they took him out already, courtesy of Flamey now putting down 2. Seized is there as well, and Flamey racks up his triple kill as Mu is the last man standing. He will most likely save all his equipment, and he just backs off from that bomb site. NaVi doing a good job of staying in this game and staying in control as well. If Hellraisers would have made it 3-2, NaVi probably would have saved, and then it would have been a drawn game until the terrorists could have gotten themselves on weapons again. So good job by NaVi, but Mu takes down one of them and makes it really expensive for the terrorists right now, and he expects them to pinch him in that corner, and he's got a good guess onto Zeus. Will hit that shot as well and backs off. So only 1 terrorist surviving, and it's Flamey, the hero of the round, so to speak. He got himself 2 really fast entry kills and then got himself the triple following up on that. So really good job by Flamey in this round, not allowing Hellraisers to get closer to NaVi. Now 6 frags for Adren, 3 for Doja and Mu. And on the other side we have Flamey on 8, 7 for Seized, and 0-0 for Zeus and Edward. So despite the fact that 2 players didn't get a single frag, NaVi is 4 rounds to 1 at the moment. But that's cobblestone. That's cobblestone for you. A little bit a little bit weird sometimes, but yeah, Mu and Adren will get those frags in that kind of save round by the CTs. They upgraded the pistols to get something to help Mu out a little bit, and Mu's got a good position, but he's dropped already to 18 HP. Adren in the meantime will pick off Flamey, and Zeus has to battle two players. Mu with a good shot, but then Seas gets a refrag more or less. Kucha is coming in from drop zone with his AK. He exposes position already. Seas hoses him down. The aim punch does the rest of the job, and NaVi will make it 5-1. Great scoreline for the old school kind of CS legends, even though there are not too many legends left anymore, as it's only Zeus and Edward. And I don't know if Starix is around. No coaches, so Starix is usually watching them from his coach position. So NaVi with a really good lead, and the CTs try to keep them from extending that. Obviously, hellraisers now don't have the money for an AWP. They have a FAMAS for Mu, and he's checking out a long. And notably, you know, I've casted a few games lately on Cobblestone, and usually the teams ended up on the B bomb site more often than they did on A. This time, however, it's going to be the A bomb site as the focus of the attacks, and the CTs react to that quite nicely. Seas is now taken down to 14 HP by Doja probably, or Adren. Yeah, it was Adren there in drop zone. The CTs actually pull 4 players towards A, while the terrorists are still trying to find an opening frag, which is not going to happen. Guardian goes down to 35. Mu covers his teammates nicely in middle, and Doja will flash out. The bomb is dropped in the CT's hands as well. Everything goes south for NaVi right now, even though they have that lead, and they have kind of probably not really figured out how the CTs click, but they definitely have a rough idea how to overcome them. And now they will actually pull back into the sniper tower at the very end of the map and just save their guns. Reasonable decision by NaVi. They are not, you know, their money is not looking too good either, so they rather have a full buy round in the upcoming round. They realize that there's no way to retake this bomb and then take it to a bomb site and drop it over there and plant it, I mean. So, good call by Zeus to make his teammates save their guns and their equipment so they can retry in the next one. It's something that we usually don't see in those matches, you know, terrorists saving their guns. It's usually something that the CTs do, but sometimes it's a viable strategy for the terrorists as well. Now, hellraisers juggling around a few weapons. Mu drops for Doja, and they will have 5 rifles, but no AWP, in contrary to NaVi, who still have the scope in the hands of Guardian, but they lack 2 rifles for Zeus and Edward. Tech 9 and P250 will be for the 2. Guardian looking to open up. Good strafing skills gives him the edge on Mu, who's not prepared for the fast push. Great movement by Guardian, awards him the frag, and now he needs to pick up another one, but Kucha steps it up in A long, now retreats back into A main, then goes down to Edward. Good job by NaVi, at least pulling it back to a 3v3. Picking up a weapon is Edward probably. Yeah, he will pick up that AWP that Guardian dropped, and the terrorists have now the advantage over the CTs. The CTs need to split up. They can't cover all the entrances to all the bomb sites, so they need to have some opening somewhere, and NaVi is now trying to find those openings, and Seas has a really good guess on drop zone. He must have heard Doja stepping around in the back there, because he's actually looking at the window right now, expecting Doja to come back into his position, but for now Doja is staying away, and the same goes for Angel, who's for Adren, who's still around the A bomb set checking everything, but he's wasting a lot of time and he's not going to be fast on a rotation. NaVi now needs to open up. They only have 30 seconds left on the clock. The CTs have 2 players, and if they get 2 frags, it could easily shift into CT's favor. Now Doja with the frag onto Flamey, but Edward retaliates with his AWP. 2v2 situation. Now it's up for the trades. Angel finds Edward, and Adren turns around in time to dispose of Seized. Good hold by hellraisers in the end. As you know, that 3v3 situation was really tense to see. Doja was about to rotate to the A bomb site and leave Angel alone over at B, which would have been the kind of the death blow to the CTs. So hellraisers now in a good position to take it at least to a closer lead for NaVi, with 2 rounds between them and the CTs. Hellraisers are trying to make it 1 more round separating them from NaVi, and good job by Mu and Kucha holding on to the A-bomb set against this eco round of the Ukrainian squad. Kucha with a good headshot onto Seized, and NaVi is spotted in below. Kucha will actually get that 4K, but it was a little bit too easy for him, you know, just standing on top there, turning left and right, picking up a kill here and there. Unarmored targets, M4A1 in hand, easy to control, recoil. No question about who is going to win those exchanges. 4-5 now. Hellraisers coming back into this matchup. They need to theoretically win the rest of the rounds, or maybe they could allow themselves to give 1 round away to NaVi, but they really need to get a really good streak going right now. At that stage of the game, they can't afford to get to a safe situation again. They need to have rifles at all times. Mu now disposed of 1 of the rifles for NaVi. Edward ran into the small gap that Mu lined up there. And Kucha is trying to hold the terrorists from getting into A long again from A main. NaVi building up on the B bomb site as well. So they have a 2-2 split in a 4v5 situation. They're just looking for an entry frag somewhere, and Mu is stepping forward, but he's not exposing himself enough to get killed by Guardian. And now Guardian resets his angle, resets his aim as well. 39 remaining for Mu. Now Mu fights Guardian into expanding onto A long, and Kucha was going in for the frag, but did end up dead against Guardian. Adren, though, once again drops the bomb carrier. Unfortunate turn of events for NaVi. Guardian is still alive, and he's in the A bomb site. The CTs should have known, and Mu would have been, or should have been, a little bit better prepared for that push by Guardian. But, well, it's still a 2v1 situation. Guardian is down to 22. Hellraisers should be able to clutch this, as they have the bomb dropped as well. They should call in for the rotation, but they are still unsure where Guardian is coming from. He has 3 viable options right now: to leave through the A bomb site, to leave at the very back of A long, or to head into middle and into main A. But now he's running out of time, so he didn't find the CTs. He's now aborting that round and just wants to save his weapons and his equipment, and he tries to hold CTs off. Angel steps through the flames, and Ren almost went down there, but, well, Guardian gets away with his life, but the CTs get away with the round, and once again, that is more important for them than to remove that AK. 5-5 now. Hellraisers drawing this game, and a very important round that was. You know, if Guardian had clutched this round, it could have sparked NaVi's hope again and made them get better, you know, just by picking up that momentum. Su's now on the pressure on drop zone, removes Adren from that, drops that weapon. Kuchis tries to get control back, but he doesn't want to get killed as well, so they stay in their kind of defensive positions. Doja goes down to Zeus, but Kucha is there to get the refrag. Now it's Angel picking up a 1 onto Flamey. 2v2 situation. Edward, though, gets killed by Angel, and he will mop up 2 frags in this round. There's still 1 more terrorist to be killed, and it sees in a kind of unfortunate position, caught off guard by Mu. 6-5 in favor of Hellraisers. Finally, the CTs are in the lead in this matchup. It was about time for them to show up on this map. So spread the word that there is a game that's not on CSGO launch, but it's interesting nonetheless, even though, you know, people don't care about those games anymore those days. It's the youth only caring about the money. Angel, though, cares about the entrance, and he wants to deny that to the terrorist with a few good flashes. He gets himself into position, but he's now under pressure, has to back off again, and smokes off the drop zone to focus on B main entrance. The terrorists have focus on the B bomb site right now, and the CTs have Mu in the A bomb site and 1 on the fast rotation, while Doja will click against Flamey and come out on top of that. 4v5 now. Guardian still just zooming in and out, being spotted by the sound of his scope, zooming in and out, and Angel gets tagged down to 14 HP, but Doja is there. Keeping control of drop zone is a very important part of the map on the B bomb site, obviously. But it's a 3v4 now thanks to Zeus's frag. Angel, though, he's on a roll right now, picking up 2 frags in the previous round. Now it's 1, and Edward and Zeus are able to pull it back. Edward on fire now, putting down Angel as well. 1v2 evolving. Zeus and Edward picking up the bomb now, and they could potentially go for the A bomb set, but they probably don't have enough time anymore. Zeus is looking for Moo, and Moo just steps into his crosshair. Easy frag for Zeus, just had to pull the trigger, didn't even have to adjust his aim, and they go for 2 AWPs. So I'm not sure if that was miscommunication or something like that, but NaVi probably don't need 2 AWPs. They drop 1 for Guardian, that's kind of obvious, and Edward will pick up the other one. NaVi draw this game at 6 again, and hellraisers in some precarious situation right now. They can't seem to pick up those rounds consecutively. So now it's NaVi back in, not in control, but in a position where they could take control. See, it's just spraying into drop zone. And once again, it's NaVi opening up, spread out throughout the whole map, having 2 players on the outside of the A bomb site and 3 over at B. The bomb is still placed safely in the back. Zeus and Edward will now try to push in there. Zeus is kind of the support player for Edward, who wields the scope. And Edward will actually get that headshot onto Doja, while Guardian on the B bomb set is able to open up on Angel. Now the terrorists need to make a choice. Guardian picks off another one on B. It's a 5v2 already, and the CTs are completely out of position. They have 1 player at A and 1 in the backside position, but Moon needs to hold on to the B bomb set basically alone. Now he backs off, and Kucha is left backstabbing the terrorists, trying to get some exit frags as the bomb goes down. Now we will not give this round away anymore to hellraisers, but Kucha might still be in a good situation to pick off a few terrorists while they leave the bomb site. Just needs to stay hidden and pull the trigger when they are lined up perfectly for him. Moo will just back off as far as possible to hold on to his AWP, and Kucha is looking at the NaVi squad, putting down Edward, turning around, not in time. Zeus is there, and Kucha was a little bit too slow on the turnaround. 6-7 in favor of NaVi, and the Ukrainian squad will get themselves the lead back after a few bumpy rounds in between. Now NaVi in complete control of the game. Pistols for the CTs. Edward and Zeus will combine. Flamey steps it up as well for a brief second to hose down Angel. It's Kucha alone. We've seen that situation already, and he's not going to stand any longer. Zeus picks up the triple frag. Good job by NaVi, not letting the CTs get that upset in the eco round and pull it back into their favor, which could have been possible for them. So NaVi with the last round of this first half with 2 AWPs again. It is proving to be successful, so why switch it up? There's no reason to do that at all. Guardian trying to get that peek on, or the pick on the B bomb set, but Flamey is there as Angel was desperately trying to get that opening frag. He exposed himself a little bit too far, and now Flamey tries to get Guardian into a position where he has a wider angle on the B bomb site, which is not going to happen right now as Guardian decides to smoke himself off and then push into the deeper parts of the B exit. Dozier, though, in the meantime, takes out Zeus, who once again drops the bomb in an unfortunate position for the terrorist, but I'm not sure if Dozier actually spotted that bomb. I don't think so, because otherwise he might have gotten himself into a different position. And Rando on the B bomb site will get rid of Guardian, was still trying to get an opening frag. The same goes for Flamey, who falls to Adran. Dozier again gets back into A main to remove Seized, and even though Edward gets a refrag, he's now alone against Kucha, and he will not leave him alone anymore. 8-7 in favor of NaVi on the terrorist side. And I think that they got themselves into the pole position to take this game home right now. Let's see how long they need to ready up in the halftime, and watch the rest of the nice trailer that the ESL ESEA prepared for us. So we are hopping straight into the pistol round. The first few frags have been exchanged already. Aggressive A execution by the CTs, but they were on the receiving end. As you just saw, Angel picked off Edward on the B bomb side then. And it's a 2v4 in favor of Hellraisers. Starting off nicely on the terrorist side. It is much needed for them if they don't get this pistol round on the board. I really don't fancy their chances on this map anymore. Flamey and Edward and Seized, though, are still standing for the CTs, and they are trying to retake as the bomb goes down. Seized with some shots there. Doesn't hit the head though, and now he needs to watch out. There are more terrorists coming in and chiming in, and Flamey is pushing around the corner in the second as Seized is pushing forward. Seized needs to get that frag. He doesn't do so though. Flamey picks off the Kucha with a nice headshot, then pressures another one, but Doja's coming in from behind to save the day for Hellraisers, who were running into big trouble. It ran down to 14 and Angel down to 2. 8-8 though in favor of nobody, as this game is once again drawn. Let's see who's most responsible for that as the first pistol round. The second pistol round is over. We've got 13 frags for Guardian, 12 for Flamey and Seized. And on the other side we have 13 for Doja and 12 for Adren. So if you take all the frags and add them up, you end up with almost the same amount of frags. Actually, the exact same amount of frags. So it couldn't be more even than it is right now. 8-8, NaVi on the pistols. And Hellraisers didn't invest as much as NaVi did in their first kind of buy round, as Mu is still on the Tech 9 and Adren has the UMP, so it is a little bit more risky in my opinion, but still the SMGs and the Tech 9 are a viable weapon against unarmored targets. And run with the first. Angel with a quick shot onto Seized will dispose of him. 3v5 in favor of the terrorists. Who's is able to take down Doja, but luckily for Hellraisers the weapon didn't fall down, but it stayed up there. So now Adren is able to sneak in and maybe get his hands on the AK. He's going for that kill. It's not going to happen, but he exchanges his UMP for the AK. And maybe that's the reason why Hellraisers didn't buy 4 or 5 guns, because they want to be able to pick up a gun in case one of the teammates goes down in battle. Adren now holds off the CTs from backstabbing while Kucha takes care of Flamey, who pushed into the bomb site. Now Mu on the hunt for a frag and trying to get his hands on the UMP possibly. Adren is trying to do it, but he didn't drop the weapon. He could have dropped the weapon down into the drop zone. Mu could have picked up the AK and Adren could have stayed with the UMP. So there was a slight possibility to get all the weapons that they purchased into the next round, but it is kind of weird to call out for your teammate. Stay in drop zone, I will drop an AK. And Adren actually falls into the knife of his teammate. Unfortunate for him. But in my opinion, all that knifing is completely pointless, and it ended up with so many stupid things. Adren though with a double nade onto Susan Flamey, dropping bombs onto the CTs right now. Good job by hellraisers getting that frag without actually seeing a single CT. So it is best of 1, by the way. It would be nice if he saw a best of 5, but it's not going to happen. So I will give away skins after this game to the few viewers that managed to tune in. So make sure to stay around after the second map of the other match, obviously. I want to give away a few skins to you, dear followers, probably followers, that managed to tune in, even though the game is not on CSGO Lounge. So a big, big thank you for you, to you, from me, to just tune in and make this a nice and easy and a nice and cool cast. So much appreciated to stay around with me. Even though it is kind of weird, you know, Hellraisers against NaVi, why aren't there more viewers? It is obviously because I'm not Russian and we've got a Russian stream going on. So probably all the fans will watch the Russian stream and only a few people actually can be asked to get their hands on the English stream. But still, I want to emphasize that it is really great and really cool to cast this great league. Doja and Moo on the opening frags on the B bomb set in this rifle round, and Doja just bends those bullets around. His teammate barely gets it around, but gets it done onto Flamey. 3v5 in favor of hellraisers, and they still have the UMP in the hands of Adren. And NaVi losing players left and right, going for the save already. There's no chance for them to retake this bomb site anymore. And hellraisers have Angel in position to take those rifles away from them already. And I don't know if the CTs are prepared for that push. Let's see if Angel actually gets himself a frag out of that really good position that he got himself into. And there is Zeus turning away in the wrong moment. Doja picks off one, and then it's Angel being killed by C's, but now the terrorists know where he's at, and they're rushing in to remove him from the CT's roster. C's still staying around. Look at them. Finally, Adren comes in from behind to take him out. 11-8 in favor of hellraisers, shown what they are capable of on the terrorist side in the first round. Good job by them. It is really important to win those clutch, those important rounds. You know, there are a few key rounds in CSGO where you can either force the CTs on a double save or sometimes force them on a normal save, like hellraisers just did. And obviously pistol rounds are deadly important, and the first rifle round is one of those rounds that are sometimes not as important for the economy, but usually really important for the momentum, because it shows you that you can do something about them. If NaVi had shut hellraisers down with a 5-man standing squad, you know, with a flawless round, it would have been really devastating for hellraisers. And not so much about the scoreline, but more about the performance and the momentum. Now, hellraisers can really raise hell on their opponents as Flamey picks off Adren. Good job on him getting that first frag. And Cease is able to take down Kucha. Everything is going away from hellraisers right now. Even though Moo was able to take out Guardian, Cease was the reply. And Cease with a second frag onto Angel. Now he's actually turning up on the terrorist side. And Doja is the last man standing for hellraisers. As, you know, the first rifle round is really important for the momentum. But winning an eco round is even more important for a momentum-based squad. Now Doja finds himself the target. It is Flamey, and he already one-shotted one of the terrorists, opening up this round with that shot. Now it's Doja, but quickly traded by Zeus. 9-11. NaVi stay in this game, and they don't allow hellraisers to run away with the scoreline yet, as hellraisers are 2 rounds in the lead, but that's something that can quickly melt into only 1 or even 0 rounds. $16 frags for Cease now. Great round by him in the previous one. Picking up 2 frags like that. Really important for NaVi. 17 for Adren and Doja. And the terrorists with 5 AKs want to go for a quick execution, and Zeus is caught off guard. I think Zeus is not on top of his performance right now. And Rambo is on top of his performance, taking out Flamey in the back of the B bomb site, and then racking up another headshot onto Edward, who was kind of trapped in that corner. He could move back or forth. There were terrorists all over the place. 2v5 in favor of the terrorists, and the CTs are on the save again as Guardian and Seas try to hold on to their weapons. The terrorists already on the hunt. Something that Hellraisers seemingly like to do is hunting down CTs all over the map. Kucha looking for the frag on a long, and Seas will pick him off. And Ren is already in the overlook. As Doja is close by, they are waiting for each other. Moo is coming in. Sees though with another frag. Moo is able to spray down, but Guardian reloads in time to pick him off after he took out his teammate. 2v1. Guardian will hold on to this AWP. Yeah, he will. That was really close. The terrorists almost saw him. Well, and the Hellraisers with a good economy right now and a 12-9 lead. 3 rounds between them and NaVi. The legends, born to win, as their name translates from Latin. They need to show that they are really born to win and make this comeback happen on the CT side. Hellraisers once again on the B bomb side. As I said, usually the teams end up on B. NaVi really like the A bomb side, in contrary to Hellraisers. Or in contrast to Hellraisers. Edward though likes his P250, hangs on to that to take down Doja, but Moo with the kill onto Edward. Then Flamey frags Kucha and another one onto Moo. 2v3 in favor of the CTs. Angel will answer with that frag and quickly draw it, or shortly draw it back, but Flamey is still around on the pillar, and Angel with a great AK spray just keeps pulling the trigger, puts down Guardian and Flamey with straight headshots, one through the wall and another one onto Zeus. Quad kill for Angel, keeps Hellraisers in control of this matchup, and that AK was so controlled. That spray was stellar by Angel, completely going nuts on the B bomb side and shutting down NaVi in this rifle round. Hellraisers with the 4-round lead right now and forcing NaVi on another save. It's going to be really, really hard for NaVi to come back into this match, especially as Edward takes Flamey down to 55. That definitely isn't a good sign. In my opinion, it's a bad omen for NaVi. They tagged each other twice already. Now 3 men over at A for the CTs and 2 at B. While the terrorists have the same setup, so it's the right guess by NaVi. But after all, Zeus is one of the most experienced in-game leaders in the game right now. So I'm not really surprised of him making that call, having that right guess. But the CT still don't have any armor and they still only have pistols to work with. So despite that good call, it might get a little bit too hairy for them to sustain their man in this round. The terrorists playing with the thought of rotating the bomb towards B and keeping 3 players at A, and NaVi will actually go back into the deeper parts of the A bomb set. They figure that there is no action around A, so rather rotate back to B. And Hellraisers with a great call. Good job by them. Calling this strategy right now was a perfect moment to just slow down and just sneak back to A, leave Adren over at B, make a few steps, keep the CTs over there, and the terrorists will capture A uncontestedly. Adren spots everyone, but he doesn't spot one in the back. It is Edward taking him out. It's a 5v4 now in favor of the CTs, but the guns should do the trick. Flamey goes down to Angel. Seas is already down to 12 HP. The USP is not doing its job. It's designed to kill people, and at the moment it's just missing bullets. Moo, though, is not missing too many bullets against Zeus. And makes it a 4v3. The CTs back off. Edward wants to save that AK, and he's probably going to do that successfully as Angel mops up 2 more frags on the CTs. 3 kills for him in this round, and Hellraisers with a 14-9 lead against NaVi. What a great performance by Hellraisers right now on the terrorist side. I didn't expect that to happen, especially as NaVi clinched the win basically on the terrorist side. And if you take a look at the statistics at... Wait a second. Of Hellraisers, in the past 3 months on cobblestone. They have a win percentage on the CT side of 61%, so they themselves are not used to being that good on the terrorist side. But usually most games end after one team has gotten themselves a lot of CT rounds on the board, and then they just need to pick up a few on the terrorist side. So that's probably the reason why it is 61% on the CT side for hellraisers. This time around, it is almost more than, well, it is more than 50% on the terrorist side already. Or, well, it is 50% on the terrorist side. So it is 50-50 right now for hellraisers. 7 rounds on the CT side, 7 rounds on terrorist side. Now they are looking for their 8th round in this second half against the rifles of NaVi, who are still hurt on the economy. If they lose this round, hellraisers should easily take it home against them. Famas foresees, for example, and Adren with the headshot onto Edward, opening up the B bomb, so while his teammates are on the verge of taking it to A. Good job by Flamey, though, disposing of Adren. It gives him the chance to rotate back to A, while hellraisers completely sweep the floor with the CTs over at the A bomb site. Flamey is the last man standing, and he gets caught out in the open by Angel, making it 15-9 in favor of hellraisers. What a great performance on their terrorist side. Now they are up against the 4 spy of the CTs, Famas for Zeus and Guardian, Max 7 for Edward, and Flamey is able to squeeze out the rifle, but he's not having any armor. So in my opinion, he should sacrifice himself and say, okay, Edward, you've got armor, you don't have the aim punch, take my rifle, I will close in and try to make something happen with the Max 7 and just get 1-for-1 trade, which is already quite nice with a Max 7 and no armor for a CT. But NaVi decides to stay with what they have right now, and they split up 3 over at the B bomb site, 2 at A. hellraisers playing that defensively, or that defensive setup on the terrorist side really well. They just slow down completely, let the CTs go for their hasty rotations. Actually, they weren't really hasty, but they were just at the wrong time onto the wrong bomb site. And like that, they were able to get themselves 8 terrorist rounds already, and they have 6 match points against NaVi. A luxury that not many teams had in the past. hellraisers definitely worked for that. Guardian, though, works for his squad. Gets 1 frag, but Flamey on the B bomb site turns it into a 5v3, actually. The terrorist now losing the edge. Mu is fighting to get it back, but he's losing the majority of his HP. Down to 11 he goes. NaVi on the rotation towards the B bomb site, trying to hold the terrorists away from that. Trying to deny that bomb plan. Kucha, though, has a headshot for Zeus. Doja goes to work onto Edward. Mu with the bomb on his back, closing in on the bomb site, but Guardian is there, picking up 2 frags, and he makes it a triple kill in the round. And Kucha is the last man standing. Guardian with the quad, pulling it back for NaVi, making it a 10-15 scoreline, and keeps the CTs alive. Once again, Guardian is the hero for NaVi with 18 frags. Now he's not only the hero, but also one of the lead fragger, together with Flamey and Seized. He's got 18 frags. On the other side, we have Angel, 23, and Adren with 20. Very good team performance, though, by hellraisers. Nobody's really lagging behind, you know. Nobody's missing in action. They all perform. And Edward and Zeus actually got themselves up to 10 and 13 frags. They were down to 0 frags in the first 5 or 6 rounds. Now Kucha opens up on the CTs, removes Guardian, the hero of the previous round, who made it happen with a quad kill, is now out and down, and watching his teammates trying to come back into this matchup, while hellraisers have an AWP in the hands of Mu, who is not yet in position to spot any CTs. Actually, he is in position. Almost took out Kucha there, but Kucha closed out C's before his teammate was needed, actually. 3v4 now, thanks to Zeus's refrag onto Adren from behind. Not from behind, actually, but more or less on the B bomb site, so on the other side of the map. hellraisers closing in on the A bomb site. The CTs are there already. Edward and Kucha exchange frags. Kucha still alive with his 9 HP, and Dozier and Mu will close it out and win the match for hellraisers, 16-10 in favor of them. So great performance by hellraisers on, in my opinion, unexpectedly winning against NaVi here, especially after that first half. I didn't expect them to do that well on their terrorist side, but 9 rounds on the T side for Hellraisers. Really good job. So we will move on forward to the next game between Flipside and Envious in just a few moments. So make sure to tell your friends to tune in, because this is naVi casting the first ESL Pro League game ever. At least it is ever for me. So thanks to Alienware, Vulcum, BenQ, Logitech, and G2A to make this happen, make this awesome league happen. $500,000 up for grabs. So make sure to keep tuning in to my channel. Just hit the follow button. I will give a few skins after the second match that is coming up in just a few moments, basically. So thank you for tuning in again. This was Hellraisers against naVi, and we are waiting for the next match.